I'll start recording for YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Is this going on the YT as well? I think I've answered that question. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another SPL Analysis. I'm sorry I missed last week. I was just a little bit busy. I had a really busy week last week, actually. But that's besides the point. Let's get chatting about what went down this week. So, this week, I have the wrong screenshot up. Lol. I just realized. So we're going to start off with the first set, which was SK versus Rival. Was I surprised at all about last week? I honestly can't remember. You forgot to do it, Spud? Unlucky. I wanted Spud to sub in for me, but he hasn't done it. Let's have a look here. Oh, we don't have monitor capture on. Oh no. And here we go. Do you reckon I just move my face to the top left permanently? Leave it up here? I think it's probably the best place for me to just chill. Left side, best side. So SK versus Rival is how we kicked it off. I actually had a prediction for this. I thought it was going to be a 3-0 to the Rival boys, and spoilers, that is what happened. I fucking hate this fucking pass ban, by the way. Doesn't that just boil your fucking blood? It's why are you passing a ban?
You get bees, and you get bees. Everyone gets
the 21 months, Cal. Fuck pass bans, dude. There's no way there's not something that should be there. That's my... it doesn't make sense. Was it Horus? Oh! Lol. I actually watched the draft and recorded it. Alright, well why the fuck is it pass ban? Fuck you! Smite. Making me mad at Rival for no reason. Or is it Horus, chat? Have enough of you said that it was Horus yet? Can I have like 5 more it was Horuses in the chat, please? And then we can move on with the stream. Alright, we got like 8. Great. Good job. Good job, chat. Now we'll carry on. Okay, they updated the next game. Yeah, I did see it the next game. It was low-key. Interesting. Let's have a look at the drafts. I felt like in this set, again, I feel like this with a few teams, that SK are one of them, where like I don't really feel like the drafts matter terribly much. Rival, I feel like draft pretty smart. Twiggy on the Humbats is something I'm never going to be complaining about. Another Terra game. We've got Dots to proc alongside it. The Zone Queen solo for Fino looked really good. Really, really good. And I've, you know, Hebo in mid again. We've seen it. Panda runs it really well. It's cool. On the other side, we saw Thana in the jungle. That was neat. I don't know. You don't like the Hebo top 2 pick? Wow, what do you think? I don't know. I think it's fine. I think Panda's proved he can play it into basically anything. We saw Mori back, so that was picked up by Zapman as the ADC, which was kind of cool. Like they put the AMC mid and put the Mori into the ADC role. Zap kind of flexing. But like, I don't know, overall, who gives a shit really? It didn't matter. Nothing matters. So yeah, we'll fire into the clips and we'll have a look. I've got the game 1 clips. No! Production value. Call. Like, this is stupid, by the way. We saw the drafts there. Volume's a little bit loud. Like, we saw the drafts there in the mid 3v3. We'll go back to the draft for a sec so you guys can check it out. Mid 3v3 for SK is AMC, Fafnir, Thana. Mid 3v3 on the other side is Hebo, Hunbats, and Terra. Like, this AMC, Thana, Fafnir is like ridiculously strong in the 3v3. There's no reason that this Rival roster should be looking for early kills. That was just stupid. Twig, I remember, went in early. It was a bad engage by him. But I think he makes up for the rest of the game. And then we saw Zapman. Oh, for God's sake. Zapman did pick up this Morrigan. And he kind of popped on it, to be honest, in the early game. Look at this. This is pretty neat. Dash to pop the... What do you call that? Dark Omen? Is that what Mori 2 is called? And then the chat shield to follow up. Neat stuff by him. This is Twig counter ganking in solo. So you look at this. Fino's surviving the damage coming in. Just about able to stay alive. Heals up above the execute threshold from Sam. Sam can't get the kill. Twig comes in. Great monkey bounce. And he picks up the double kill. And that's huge for a Hunbats. Yeah, that was basically the game for me. And then Fino from then on is big on. You see SK are getting gold there, which is cool for them. But at the same time, Fino's diving. I think Belair messed up there pretty bad, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look at this. I'm pretty sure he misses his ult stun. which I don't think would have kept him alive. Yeah, I think he missed it. And his 3 was kind of weird as well. Bit of a chokeroo. Nice stuff there. Zapman again. Super aggro. This one from Zapman, though, I think was a mistake. So, Zapman 1-0 and 3 at this point. He's a level up on Arkell. He's the only one in his team who's doing well. When you're in this position, sometimes as as a competitive player, even it happens a lot to everybody in ranked. I'm sure you guys are aware of it. You overforce. You try to make plays, and that can be an issue in the long run. Because sometimes you're the only lead, and you're trying to force things, and you end up losing your lead. And that's exactly what happened here. He's up a level on Arkell. He's been bullying him the whole game. He uses everything to pick up this kill and still gets poked pretty low. Arkell knows he's dead, puts all his damage out, and now Zap's stuck here as people rotate in. You couldn't really see people coming in, but they did, and they killed him. And yeah, here's Twiggy. More neat hand bats play. Just look how good he is at bats. Like, you shouldn't give him this god. He's really good at it. I think that's been the god he's by far the strongest on so far this split, and that continued here. And this game just kind of, from this point, it was pretty standard. This is just a neat body block that I put in. Zap getting stuck between the I don't know if you guys could see that properly there, but look at the way PBM places his stuff. The walls block him, and then he stands between him and the wall. So there's no way out for Zapman. Completely blocked in, and down he goes. Use this Aegis as well. A bit of a Zapman Aegis, we call that, right? And I think Neoma ended up going down as well. So rough stuff from them, and that was the game. I'm going to go over more general stuff for SK and Rival in a bit. Well, there's not much to say about Rival. Rival have continued on as they have been throughout. I'm going to go back to picks and bans too. Should you just ban Hambat's first phase against Rival? I'm not sure. I don't know if you can do that. I think he's playable against, and you can pick him as well. This game, Rival again picked the Hambats for this time as third. Amaterasu was picked up. That was for PBM, and the Baron this time went over to Fino in the solo lane. Fino showing more flexibility in the solo lane, which is pretty good. PBM monster cock, says Scream. Yeah, I'd agree. Look at Arkell. Arkell looking pretty good in this little photo. I like him. I like his. You know what? I'm unsure how to feel about the dyed hair. I like going on these little asides. The dyed hair for Arkell. I think he pulls it off. Normally, dudes with dyed hair, I think it kind of looks weird most of the time. I think I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. I would give it to him. I mean, I would. So yeah, otherwise, they had a Kronos, they had an Uller. The Uller... Where did each of these go? I think the Uller was in mid. We'll see in a bit. On the other side, I don't know why I'm talking about the drafts, because I just don't care. It doesn't matter. The drafts were fucking unimportant in this set. I keep saying this. There's certain sets I go into and I think, these drafts, as long as they don't do anything really dumb, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Rival are going to win no matter what. As long as they don't get completely stomped in the first 5 minutes of the game, they're just going to win. I'm sorry, SK fans, but that's just the truth of it. Anyway, we'll move on to some Game 2 clips. Arkell got pretty punished in the last game, got soloed a couple times by Zap and bullied out. And this time, this is really weird. Pretty sure Zap had his beads up here. Maybe he messed up somehow. He fat-fingered, had them on the wrong button or something. Nice autos from Kenny to pick up the kill. But that shouldn't have happened. We'll go into the second one. Fino showing he's pretty good at this whole... Twig again! What the fuck, man? Stop giving him this god. Fino tilted, has to ult to get the kill. I think he really wanted to hold that there. He had ult up too? Yeah, I believe so. So something went wrong for Zap. I don't know what it was. Maybe he took his hand off the keyboard to have a sip of water or something. Paul played pretty well in this game. I think that's why I included this. Paul had a really solid game. In general, Sam and Paul were much better in this game than game 1. They kind of controlled it a bit more around mid. Yeah, maybe Unicorn. Hi, Frothy. Here's Paul again. Another kill for the Paul Meister. He looks good on the MC. That was good to see. Consistent with the stingers. He's played a lot of duel, right? He's got to be pretty good at this god. Hits the autos. Paul, pretty good mechanically. It's kind of what you expect. This was cool. This was a Gold Fury for Rival. I don't know what the fuck the perspective on this was, by the way. I don't make these clips. I just receive them. But they try and back out PBM using that and gets a 4-man stun. A 4-man stun. There you go. Oh, I didn't pause it. 4-man stun. Four people. Look at them all. 93, 96, 150, 150. 4 people stunned by an Amaterasu. Well, that's not a big fucking cone, you know? I did once get a 5-man Kumba mez, though. Pick me up, boys. See you on the fucking battlefield. But anyway, getting off topic, PBM played pretty well on the Amma. That was a cool disengage. We've seen a bit more Amma recently. I like seeing the God. But yeah, the little turnaround there from PBM, super smart not to try and stun the Pele. I think she may be still at her bubble. Let's have a look at it and make sure. Not a big cone. It's not that big, dude. Yeah, still had the bubble, so he switches off, gets the 4-man stun. Pretty fucking sick. So yeah, that was nice from PBM. And we'll keep going. Again, this game actually was better. I don't know why there were no clips for this. I'm sorry, I don't collect the clips. I get given them. Again, I'll keep saying it so that it excuses me from any blame. But SK got FG. SK were in a strong spot. But this is, again, I think recently in games, Zapman's made a kind of habit of making mistakes. Normally it's when other teams have gotten fire. Thank you very much for the 7 months, by the way, Ray. Normally it's been when other teams have gotten fire, he's managed to get picked on his own Phoenix and stuff like that. I've seen that happen a couple times. It was 2 times in one set, actually. I think it was against Renegades? Something like that. And this, again, from Zap, it's like a really bad late game mistake. So he's got it. I love Zap. I'm a big fan of his. I love watching his stream as well. Zap's fucking great. But yeah, he's got to tighten things up a bit for me in the late game. You see here, he gets hit by the Baron stun, then the Uller Axe, and gets poked that low before he uses anything. Use the Aegis, but he's down that low now. Arkel gets that kill, and I think that at the start of this, I think it was Twig and Sam were in the middle lane. Twig's able to rotate over earlier, come over to the fight, they force it, they win it. They end up going on from there, controlling the game, getting FG. They push on. Twig gets another great blink call. That's kind of why you pick Bats into Fafnir, by the way. Absolutely destroys him. I think there was a clip as well I didn't include. Oh, Sam did really well at the back end of that fight, by the way. He tried his best to make things happen. But no, it just wasn't to be. And we'll move on to Game 3. Oh, I actually have Game 1 stats for you guys if you want to have a look at them. There you go. Here's Game 1 stats. Not a lot going on. Don't know why I haven't. Nice wards. Neilma. Ward superstar. Good stuff. Anyway, Game 3 drafts. Who cares? Who gives a shit? There was a Kamazots in the jungle. That's kind of neat. It's pretty good against Poss, right? Able to leap the pool, able to leap the one, able to leap the Kraken. We've also got a Terra with a Kama, dot damage, you know, the usual shit. Daji on the other side. Does alright against Kama. You think Raven would just be better? Yeah, I guess they probably picked Kama because it was a big flex for them, right? And they thought they were kind of mind gaming rival and making Fino pick something that was going to do well into it in solo, or well, I guess he already had Osiris, right? So that's not the point. Or it sucks if you don't think about it, yeah? Yeah, I don't know. Draft's alright. I don't really... Below Osiris classic solo lane matchup, seen it a million times. One thing we can talk about, I guess, is Anher into Kronos. Pretty smart pick from Arkel, in my opinion. It's something that people haven't really done. I want to see this a bit more. I don't mind tacos, sure. I want to see this a bit more. People picking like really hyper aggressive ADCs for that 1v1. I mean, we can talk about the Smite fashion, if you guys want. I don't know what there is to say on it. I don't mind the top. I think it's alright. I think it's one of Taco's better fits. That was fits with an apostrophe at the front to, you know, signify the out being removed, as in outfits. Just to clarify for you guys there, I was using a hip term, because I am hip. Let's go to Game 3 clips before I fucking ramble on anymore about any other kind of shit. Go into... Here's Arkel. Arkel got mad about getting solo game 1. He's actually down a level here, but he's mad. He's like, fuck it, dude. I'm going in. Zap. It does play it pretty well. Arkel doesn't hit every spear by any means, but yeah, just like, that's so painful. And here we see the Kama doing the Kama things against the Poss. Later on, we'll see the Poss manage to do Poss things anyway. But he's actually down at this point. He leapt over the PBM's dash there as well. And he gets all his damage off, avoids the Kraken. Nice stuff by him. Neilma. Oh, this was really bad by Twig. Put this on here. Zap dies if he ults anytime after Arco jumps. Yeah, that I don't know what Twig is thinking, man. That was real bad. Maybe he thought the 2 was down. I don't know, dog. Yeah, Panda Cat. This time it goes the other way. He avoids the 2, which is really important. Misses his 1, but it comes back off cooldown, which is kind of nuts. It's 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Good Aegis. Gets the pull down. Spamming the 1, gets it off. He uses insta-cast, you can tell. Not fucking auto attack in the air. Sick stuff by Panda Cat. Paul stole Pyro. At this point, Rival were kind of running the game. This is really neat. He was fake backing, right? And he comes in and he just gets it with a little hail of arrows. I know ability names, by the way, if you guys were wondering. Professional coach here. No, I'm not. Anyway. Yeah. Here's Twiggy. Oh, we get to see a bit of Horus. Horus was in this game. I forgot about that. There's a Horus. This was good by Twig, by the way. The patience here. Look, waits out the ult and pulls him back. You're going nowhere, Belair. Down you go. The only place he's going is... oh, you know what I should have said there? I should have said, you're going nowhere, Belair. See you later. Ah, oh, fuck, no. See you later, Belair. Smell you later. If there's something there. There's a joke there. Pretend I made the joke. Guys. Fucking shut up, chat. Fucking shut up. Everyone chill out. It was good. Yeah, there we go. There's the laughter. Good stuff. Anyway, this was another rough fight. So they try really hard to dive Panda here. This is Arco's perspective again. I don't make the clips. But Panda got so low. Good shell. I guess it was from PBM here to start it off. Kind of keeps him alive. Belair's not able to dive and get the kill. Sam's not able to get the kill either. See him walking away on 1 HP. And this just means that Arco's kind of free casting. The rest of the SK backline can't get in it. And that's how the game came to a close. And we'll just have some closing remarks now about that set. While we're on SK, well, no, first of all, we'll talk about Rival. Rival, more of the same. Not a lot really to say on the matter. They did really good. They look solid. Fineokay's showing more of his god pool. Arco is continuing to be solid. Twig's still looking really solid on bats especially. PBM got a lot of picks in his locker. The Amaterasu, I think, is something he hadn't pulled out before. So neat stuff from them. Rival definitely looking like, for me, they're a top 2 team. For me, the top 2 is PK and Rival, and I'm not really sure in what order. And then after that, we'll talk about SK. SK fucking suck late game. There's no putting this dig question mark. Yeah, not dig are like 3rd for me. SK are terrible late game. Every like the sets they've won, they stomped the early game, right? And they won them from there. And I feel like it's just a ticking time bomb. And I don't know if they're in their own heads or what's going on. But they just don't seem to be able to team fight. They don't seem to play as a unit the later the game goes, despite the fact that they've been together the longest out of any team now. Is that right? Because Splyce fucking imploded. SSG have changed their rosters. So yeah, this is the longest term roster together at this point, which is kind of weird. How nuts is that? But hey, come on. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like SK also are picking for the early game, which makes me think that they're still winning in practice. This is complete conjecture at this point. I'm probably wrong. Like, don't trust my word here. This is just my bullshit guessing about what's going on. It makes me think that SK, there's a history throughout competitive Smite that scrims, pressure is better in scrims than it is in competitive. That's just how it's always been. You win a lot of scrims if you go full pressure and you dominate the map, but the other team kind of folds under it and makes mistakes a lot more in scrims. But in competitive, people tighten up and you're less likely to make the aggressive plays you need to make those aggressive comps kind of work. And I think that maybe they're still practicing with those aggro comps and winning a lot of scrims and doing really well. But then it comes to game day and it doesn't work quite as well. That's the history of those comps. That's how I've seen it before anyway. The other thing I'd say is that if I were SK's coach right now, what I'd be saying is, right, we're gonna pick mid to late game every practice from now on until we fucking sort this shit out. Because they're not gonna make MSI when they can't convert a lead. They need to get their late game sorted out. It's been pretty horrible. I think SK do have a coach, but I can't remember. It's a guy who's not very well known as far as I'm aware. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's what I'd be saying if I were their coach. I'd be saying, right, we're gonna pick mid-late game every game. We're gonna, you know, learn to play the early game a little bit more defensive, get better at that, and then get better at just practice late games non-stop. And yeah, I think that would be a really good thing for them. Chuckalo Mio, yeah, Chuckalo Mio. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'd be doing if I were them. SK looking a bit rough. Rival still looking really strong. That's my conclusion for that set. And we move on to the Roster Apocalypse Rumble. For me, this was the set of the week. It lived up to the billing. It was like the big fight, right? This was the what did they say in boxing? Like, it's not the undercard, it's the, I don't know, let's call it a prize fight. It's definitely not the phrase I was looking for. But yeah, this is for all that. This is like a, I don't know if it was necessarily actually a grudge match. The main event, yeah, the main event. I don't know if it was actually a grudge match. The tweets afterwards from Scream and Sino's tweets were quite funny. I thought Scream got the better of Sino there, I'm going to be honest. Scream, I don't know, Scream was fishing, man. He threw some bait out there, and Sino came dragged onto shore with a hook through his cheek, you know? That was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. It was some decent banter. But I don't know if there's real enmity between these two squads. I'm not really sure. Maybe Ven has some towards his old teammates. I don't know. Don't have any insight on that. But it felt like a grudge match. That's what I'd say. It felt like a grudge match. And we'll get into the picks and bans. What did Scream say? I think who was it who tweeted? I think it was Sam for Soccer tweeted that, oh, it was 2-0 to SSG, and it was like 2-0, and now Sino's whipped out the Neja. This is over. And then Scream just replied, "It was," which I thought was fucking. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah. Let's look at the picks and bans. Is this the Twitter guy? That's me. I'm the Twitter guy. You know it. Love it. Yeah, Hindu. Well, I don't know what Hindu's doing with his face here, but I'm enjoying it. They're both in like really weird. I've got a cracker of a screenshot later on. Wait until you guys see it. It's for the third set. The game one screenshot for the third set. I don't know how I got this screenshot. It's great. Anyway, let's have a look at the picks and bans. Is this a pick and ban set that mattered? I'd say so, because in the first two games, Scream picked Set, and I think he did some cool stuff with it, but I think Set is a bad competitive god, and I think he's another one of these gods that'll probably be better in scrims than elsewhere because he's a pick-based god, you know? He's like Arachne. Arachne, I think, pops off in scrims for a lot of teams. And then you get into a game. That happened with us on Old Obey. We were picking Arachne for a while. And it just turned out, it just didn't work in a real competitive game when people were chilling. I have no predictions of the trifecta roster change because I already know what it is. So, sorry, I can't do a fair prediction. Set's fun though. Yeah, I think Set's super cool. Like some of the mechanical stuff you did with the 3 was really neat. I enjoyed seeing it. But I just think he's a bad god in competitive. That's it. I think he's too single target focused. And I think his team fight is shit. That's what I would say about Set. I think he has to engage with his only escape as well, which is kind of the issue. Like his playmaking tool is that teleport to the clones, so he has to use them. But I think his kit's cool. I think he's a cool god. I don't think every god has to be viable and competitive. I'm not one of these people. So yeah. Let's, is there much else to say about the drafts? Oh, Humbats for Sino looked sick throughout the set. Athena for Jeff. I thought this is much more of a Jeff god, and I thought he looked good on it. And Andy, for me, this set is the best Andy has played in mid ever. I remember him playing, you know, back in the day, last season. Well, was it a season and a half ago he was playing fucking mid? Anyway,
Everyone gets a bees.
When he was playing mid, I wasn't impressed with him then, but this set I thought he looked good. On the Merlin, he looked solid mechanically. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing with his dash, which is the important thing I think on Merlin. And then later on, I think he had a really good game on Hebo game 2. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay. Now you see Scream running about. Nice little pre-beads here from him. He picks up the kill. I'm not sure if he actually had to pre-beads there, but he gets a double kill. And he's just fucking auto-winning around. It was cool. Is this another cool? Look at this. Ah, God, it's so cool, man. I love it. Kind of want you to keep picking him, Scream, so I can keep watching, but also don't pick him anymore. This is Andy. So this game was all Splyce, by the way. This game was all Splyce. They were in control, up 4K, going for FG. You'll see a lot of this over the next 2 sets, is Splyce going for FGs. But this time Andy's able to come in and get a little steal away. A nice steal by him with the 1, change his stance. And he knows to kind of hold his blink there and stay in a little bit. Sometimes you have to ball hard. You guys balled hella hard this week. So that got SSG back in the game. And then they start kind of popping. Aurora trying to frontline us this level 13 Hercules. I think Barra did not know he was getting that kill, by the way. A little bit lucky to pick it up. But the Herc wasn't particularly tanky, and it struggles into the bats for me. Like, if it gets controlled, it can definitely be blown up. Cyno coming from behind. Massive bat salt there. Look at the fucking size of that fucking bat salt, dude. The cojones on this man. And he boxes into Scream for a bit. I think he dies. Oh no, maybe he didn't. Good Aegis by Scream, but yeah. Cyno's killing everybody on bats. That was one thing I guess I was focusing on when I gathered the clips for this set, was that Cyno was killing everybody real good. And then I got a nice little... Look at this. Can this fucking load? It's not going to work. Sec. No! I had a nice little clip. I had Barracuda smile at win 3. Oh well. You'll get a Jeff Hindler smile in the second game. That clip's decided not to work. So, unlucky. And we'll move on to the game 2 drafts. Why are these clips so short? Yeah, I don't gather them. Sorry, but there are. We have some longer clips, especially in the next set. There's some good long clips, so look out for them. Hindu looks almost like he's giving us the finger there, but no, he's counting something. He's counting to 1 or something. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's like, they've got an afro. Fuck Afro, by the way. Glad Afro loses this game. I don't know. There's another set, which is cool. I have some question marks about the Cabrakan pick, especially top 3. Guess they think it's good into Hebo, maybe, but or maybe they wanted to put pressure on Andy. Coming to think about it, maybe that was it. They wanted to put pressure on Andy, and Cabra's fairly good at that. But Andy did really well in this game for me. He got blinked a lot, and he was consistently able to hit the knockups on the blinks and survive and get his damage off and allow his team to peel back, which was really good. So that was good. Anything else? Aqua on the King Arthur, I think, played quite well, if I remember correctly. Ben on the Afro. I don't know if he had a particularly bad game here. I think it was alright, but them losing with it, I thought they maybe should have picked it game 4 of the next set, and they chose not to, which I found really surprising. Anyway, maybe that's something they've dropped. I hope so. I hope Afro gets dropped. And again, if she doesn't get dropped, then she'll probably... If she gets dropped, then she'll probably never get nerfed. Ugh. I actually didn't see the full patch notes today either, so I don't actually know if she got nerfed. She definitely didn't, did she? I did have a quick look. Anyway, let's go into the clips from this this game 2. Yeah, that's what I said, Ro. Oh. That's not this. Oh, wait. This is the game. I was like, that's not game 2. That's game 1. We saw this before, but no. I just watched these clips before. Yeah. Cyno got big ults. He did good on the bats. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Totally wanted this clip, apparently. Cyclone Setup. This is sick. Good job, Tolley, for asking for this clip. Look how sick this is. Fuck yeah, Cyclone. For the record, my player of the week this week is Cyclone. I've never given a player of the week before because I've never had to. The only player who was even close to playing how well Cyclone played was Baskin. Those two were fucking immense. Immense this week. But yeah, Cyclone for me, yeah, a machine. He's a machine. That was a fucking sick banish on the Batsil. But anyway, Cyno doesn't let it get him down. He's coming in. He's getting more bats. Oh, you've seen this one before. Aurora, Gauntlet, and also he has Aegis. Not a fan of that still. I don't know. But he's smarter than me. He's probably right.
You get bees, everyone gets a bees.
Thanks for the 3-month subscription, Daniel. Welcome back to that hashtag Hey Nation. Have a little bit of wine. Ooh, team fight. This is a long clip. Long clip. This was so weird. I remember this fight. We can listen to some casting. Here you go, guys.
Cyclonespin at least answers back onto Cyno, and believe it or not, Splyce
Scream from downtown. Oh, shout outs Finch.
Those picks were crucial, and Splyce with the Aphrodite can start to pull.
Look at this from Jeff.
This out of combat healing is just disgusting.
Oh, boom! Massive taunt from the Jeff Hindler. And Barra dashes in, he's going in. Now then, gets the Lovebirds onto Barracuda. On the side, Aqua, but Cyclone's getting this damage out. The Aegis comes through for Barracuda, but he goes down before the ultimate goes off. Aqua gets the kill in return. And now Ven trying to run away from Aqua, but he's not going to get out. He does go down in the end. How was that? Incredible. Incredible casting. It was over the top of the other casting. But, you know, it is what it is. Turn the volume back down. Here's Scream doing set things. This is cool. Look how cool this is, man. Hell yeah. He sends it at him and then he teleports to it. Fuck yeah. Love it. Love it, Scream. Love it. You'd mute me? Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. See that tweet from Emil recently? That was, oh, this is cool. Aurora locking down Barra before he can get his dash out. That was pretty nice. That tweet from Emil recently. It was a bit needless for me. But, you know, Cyno on the side. This is a massive, massive play. I think he, like, can't jump over the wall a lot here. Like, Cyno really struggles. Like, he couldn't, like, and he can't jump back over and he's just stuck there. And he uses two. That was so weird. I love it. Let's watch that again, because I was kind of talking over it. But this is such a weird... He's trying so hard to get in. And the fact that he was delayed was probably really good for him. But he made so much space for his backline to survive. Jeff brought down Cyclone. And I think that kind of opened it up for them to take the 2-0 lead. Here's Jeff being happy. Let's go. Let's fucking go. His glasses kind of fall. Good shit, Jeff. Love to see it. Love to see it. So yeah. Hey, Cyclone. Congratulations, Cyclone. I don't know if you were here for it, but you're my player of the week. You played real good. Well done. You missed your banish as well. Oh, unless you were already here. In which case, good shit, Cyclone. That was a sick banish. Game 3 draft. I made spins file. Yes. Your alpha banish. Yeah, it was alpha as hell, dude. Hydrate a little bit with the red wine. I'm gonna have red teeth when I come into work tomorrow. I mean, I won't, but it could happen. And then all my workmates will think I'm an alcoholic, which is perfect. Perfect, because then they'll know not to mess with me. What the fuck am I talking about? SSG versus Splyce game 3. Again, the Merlin got through. Andy on that once again. Yorm on the other side for Baskin. Baskin has looked scary on this god. Scream finally drops the set. And picks up the set. You know what I'm saying? Fucking yeah. Didn't even think about that pun. Oh, I have a great pun for vote at some point. And none of you are gonna get it. No one but me and vote are gonna get it. But it's gonna be good. Anyway, moving along. REO picked up this game for the support role. Interesting. Disco is someone that Ven plays in this game against the Neja, and I'm pretty sure he plays against Neja in the next set as well, so that's something that I guess that Ven likes into Neja. He's got so many immunity frames, Discordia, that it's a solid pick, you know, just a mage that cannot really go down to Neja is what you want in that spot. Especially when you've already got a Jingwei who's a kind of bad target as well. This means that the Neja doesn't really have a good target to ult here. Probably has to go for the Daji if anything, and the Daji is going to end up with a bubble later in the game. So overall, it's just a super rough game to be playing Neja for Cyno. I guess that Splyce are like really aware of how best to play against Neja as well. Having played with Cyno for so long, they know how strong that god is in the jungle, and they know exactly what they want against it. And I guess that's kind of where this draft came from. I never really thought about any of this until right now. Also, I haven't looked at... I have notes that I wrote. And I haven't looked at them at all. So there's that. For some reason, text is black. One sec. Let's see what we've got for this set. Oh, here we go. There's 4 games worth of notes. Well, here's game 3. Ven fat fingers his ult, I guess, is the first note. I don't really remember this. The notes are a lot more useful when I he sure does. The notes are a lot more useful when I go over like the game video rather than going over the clips, because the clips are kind of... My ult is on instant cast. One of those moments. I've been there. I've been changing over recently. Anyway, game 3 draft. Yeah, for me, the cool thing I guess to talk about here is the Neja counters on the Splyce side. This is maybe something that other teams should look to copy off them, because they're the original kind of Nejars. The clips are completely out of context. Yeah, there's some cool clips still. But yeah, let's have a look. Andy gets Firstblood. What does he do? Aurora just slowly dies to the arcane stance too. Andy was one of the Merlins who uses arcane stance a lot. I've seen that a lot in competitive. There's a few people. There's Big Man as well, pretty big on using the arcane stance. Yeah, pretty clean stuff from Andy. Knowing when he should be going in, when he should be getting out. Right after you used the apple and missed it. Oh no. Barra picking up the Artemis. This is when Artemis goes well. Kind of able to just fuck up the Artio when she tries to dive. But I don't feel like the Artemis is a very good pick into Yorm for the record. And I think it was picked into Yorm. It was picked like bottom 2. I don't love it. I think Andy secures Gold Fury here. Space Station walk away. Space Station were kind of controlling this game. But then they tried to do Fire Giant. And this is something that became a pattern for Space Station in the rest of this set. Space Station, although they've looked a lot better with Cyno, one area in which they've still really struggled is around the Fire Giant. They haven't figured it out yet how to play properly around it. That's what it is. And Splyce exposed them. Baskin just walking past Aqua. Aqua should have heard that, I feel like. I don't know, maybe not. But he's able to just get it. Secure is awful with the comp they've got. But Jesus, that's bad. Maybe even dropping the boar there would have been a lot better. Like if you drop the boar while you're doing FG, when it's at like 10%, that way the snake can't sneak in and steal it. Like it just can't happen. And Baskin had ult as well, so afterwards he was able to ult and walk away. Imagine thinking you 3-0 Baskin. Yeah. Imagine thinking you 3-0 Cyclonespin with a double kill. And this is the game like just like ends, I'm pretty sure. They just kill everybody. Aqua goes down, Cyclone gets the triple kill. I think that was the Dia side. And the game is just over. It's kind of wild. I'm not really sure what happened in between those clips. I'm pretty sure they weren't like concurrent. Yeah, if they did it slower and the FG ring appeared, yeah, probably. I think Barra built crit, so maybe if he didn't have crit. Interesting stuff. Anyway, game 4 draft. There's our boys. I'm really looking forward to this screenshot. I need to remember to look at it. The game 1 one from the next set. It's just really weird. It's like a really weird like fade out of like Scream and can't remember who's on the other side of the photo, but just trust me, it's good. Yeah. Let's look at this draft. Jing, Hebo, Athena. Mainstays for these guys. Jing top pick again. I feel like a lot of teams are valuing Jing really highly. She's kind of changed, and I feel like since she started being first picked, like this week in particular, she's done a lot worse. I don't know if I'm making that up. I could be completely wrong on that. Who was first picked last game? Merlin. Yeah, she was second picked on that one. I feel like when she's been in the first pick slot, she's maybe lost most of the time. But anyway. Osiris into Thor. Oh, there was a Thor solo. I don't know what that was about. I guess it's to dive the fucking Hebo, make his life uncomfortable. The wall is pretty good against Neja, Athena, Hebo, even Jing. So I guess it's a utility pick for the wall. Safe and solo. Not really gonna go down. Yeah, not a bad pick. Baskin just likes Thor. Just wanted to flex on him. But again, SSG start off the game really well. They get Firstblood. Nice triple taunt from Jeff. Jeff, by the way, I think had a really good set on the Athena. I'm not sure how he played later on, but definitely in the early game, he had some big taunts. He had some big taunts in the first 2 games as well. So yeah, and Aurora. This is a nice little play. He blinks and kind of fucks up the mez, but it works up really well. It forces Barra to ult early, so the Gold Fury is an easy secure for the Splyce boys. Scream, this was again another bad FG play. So you see Thor in the air, right? Scream coming around the side. They should know he's coming around the side because he was on the mid creeps. Let's wind it back. So on the mid creeps, Andy walks past a blue ward, which is an enemy team ward. So everyone should know what's about to happen. These guys should be aware. They know he has a blink. Barra and Andy are kind of left alone in the back. Aqua's here, Cyno's here, and I guess behind Barra is Jeff. So Andy's isolated on the back. He should know he's there. Gets ulted on and flanked by Scream. Goes down.
Everyone gets a beast.
Thanks for the tier 1 sub. Dude, much appreciated. But yeah, another horrible FG play from the SSG boys. That'll be something they'll be working on, no doubt, between games. Van, definitely pretty good on the Merlin. Stayed in this fight. I like that he stayed in despite having lost his Aegis. Another great Thor ult from Baskin sets him up to pick up a kill. What's this? What happens here? Let's find out. Blink Kumba build on stream after the set? Well, he's trying stuff. That's good. I think Kumba's totally useless without Blink, to be honest. Look at this. They just... Fuck it. Hit the FG as hard as you can and they get it. Fuck you, Splyce. God damn it, man. Is this going to be the meta? Andy gets a kill, but... Yeah, it doesn't really do any damage with his ult. Cyno gets isolated. His team tries to back out, and I think... Does someone get caught lazy backing by Scream here? Yeah, 100%. Barra's stuck on the side. Yeah, that was... I'm pretty sure Splyce get another couple kills there, and then Baskin comes around the side. This is where the Thor wall comes in, so have a look at the way he places this Thor wall. Doesn't look for the stun, but traps the Athena in, able to block her off. Nice little double tap there, by the way. This was fucking sick mechanically. Just have a look at this fucking play. Double tap and the auto on the end of it. Like that was such a precise Thor teleport. I really liked it. Definitely confident on that god. Night, Daniel. Imagine thinking you can get away from Baskin Thor. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I know I cannot. He's bringing everybody down. And yeah, that was how Splyce won that game. A bad objective play from Space Station once again. Hindu looks so angry. Holy shit, dude. He put money on SSG to win this. He had fucking $50 bet with Anatoly that SSG would win this. Look at how mad Anatoly, smug as fuck. He knows what's coming. He knows he just won $50. Hell yeah. Another Merlin first pick. That's fine. I don't mind it. Andy's looked good on it. Again, did kind of feel like these drafts didn't matter too much. It's another game where Neja's picked and Discordia's last picked. Amaterasu, channeled CC immunity. Kumba, pretty good against Neja. Erlang doesn't do that well against Neja, to be fair, but probably does alright. Jingwei, again, like I swear these are like the same, very similar draft. Again, really good against Neja. I think the Cyno maybe overforced this pick. Maybe this is something that Splyce know, where they feel like when Cyno's in a pressure situation, when he feels like he really needs to get a win, he whips out the Neja. I don't know. This is me just guessing, but I don't like the Neja pick once again. I don't think it's very good into the comp. I think there's still a Disco last pick that can come in, which Ven can play into it and does. So yeah, let's have a look at the game 5. Again, SSG get off to a good start. Barracuda picking up the Firstblood. This was a good little sash by Cyno. I think Cyno actually had a good game here. That was sick by Cyno. Getting him up, getting Scream up in the air afterwards. Aqua picks up the kill on Ven. Ven kind of messed up there. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just dead no matter what. It's weird that he got isolated on 1v1 there. I think that was while SSG were grabbing gold as well, if I remember correctly. Cyno chasing people down. He's up 5 levels on Aurora at this point. Gets the ring bounce to slow him off and picks up the kill. Good stuff. I think they maybe overcommit just after that. This is just after, actually. They're 5-0 at this point. Cyno getting... Yeah, it's Scream who messes up here. Yeah, Scream, I don't know. That's a bit of a mistake going in. And they're really far ahead, SSG again. So, I mean, there's only one thing that's going to happen. Why is Disco good into Neja? So, Disco has the 3, which is really good at avoiding both the Sash and the ult. Disco has the ult, which is channeled CC immunity. And yeah, that's it. Immunity frames are good against Neja. So yeah. Like, and if a Neja sashes you and you beads, You can get your damage off, and then you have the channel CC immunity from your ult. And by the time the Nezha gets you up in the air, if he even does, he's probably going to be fucked regardless. So yeah, pretty decent pick. 6-0 for Space Station at this point. I think somebody made an over-aggressive play on the side of... I don't know if I could see everybody here. I'd like to be able to see everybody is. So you've got Barra, Jeff, Aqua, Andy. I think Sino's here, trying to get Baskin up in the air. Baskin's tanky. Sino already got poked low when he went in. Aqua tries the zone to keep his team alive, but Sino's dead on landing anyway, and now Aqua's dead as well. So it was just a bad play on the side of this FG pit that let Splyce back into the game. Here's Screaming 6-2 now. They just fucking rival it. They just do it. Aqua maybe should have had a steal attempt there. I feel like he didn't really try and steal it. And then, yeah, Splyce just run it down and win the game. Like, it doesn't matter. This is... Oh, I wanted to talk about this, actually. I feel like this is kind of a problem with the way that Space Station play. The frontliners have been playing together for a while, and I still don't feel like they play particularly well together later in the game. I feel like Jeff and Aqua are on different pages. I think Aqua should stay with his team here, or someone should be diving with him. Sino, I think, has backed off behind the tower. Someone got kumbolted here. It was Barra, and Aqua dives in, and now he's alone against the two carries. He can't really do anything here. And no one in Splyce's, backline, which is in the front, funnily. No one in Splyce's front line, sorry, is in any danger. And then Aqua goes this way and just gets isolated and gets absolutely blown up. Cyclone doing huge damage, and Aurora, like, not even below half. So yeah, I don't love the way that their front line's playing. And again, just because he got picked off, so you look at the way that he just got picked off on the right Phoenix, this is directly afterwards on the mid Phoenix. Now Jeff has the front line alone. He's isolated. He gets focused out by Baskin. CC chain, nice damage from Screamance and Cyclone, and they get the kill. That was actually a fairly decent defense from the I think there was like a 4 or 5 man hatch shield there, which means that the mid Phoenix stood standing. And then Jeff gets caught. So this is what happened to basically end the game. Jeff was trying to deal with the fire minion waves on the right hand side. Splyce came over to fuck him up, and then they do FG, I think, before the Athena's back up. Maybe not, though. She is there. Maybe she ulted over. Baskin just barely lives. Hang on, let's have a look at the health here. Oh, I want to look at the health. I want to see it. 39, 90. 39 was as low as it went. It was 1 tick away from dying. Yeah. He used his 2 there for the prots, by the way. Is it prots or is it mit? I don't play fucking Amma. Pretty sure it gives you, like, prots, though. Someone in the chat? Mitt. Fuck, it's Mitt. God damn it. See, current coaches. They know their shit. But yeah, nice job by Baskin. To live, Baskin had a really... This is a weird perspective. I don't know why. It just is. Again, frontline, both get stunned. Follow up from Ven is good. Nice apple. And you can kind of see that Cyclone is putting out big damage in this fight, by the way. Have a look at the crits that come through. This is why I'm not a coach, yeah. Like the damage that's coming through from Cyclone throughout: 301, 327, 340, 304, 324, 405. Like every fucking auto is a crit, dude. Jesus Christ, he's killing everybody. And yeah, Splyce win the Roster Apocalypse Rumble. What a result for them. But yeah, I think more than just winning the set, Splyce looked really good, which is great for them. I think Kabom talked about in his interview that they're kind of momentum-based players, sorry. Confidence-based players in Ven and Scream, I think, were the 2 that he said kind of require the confidence. And yeah. That was good for them, and they got momentum going into their next set where they played against the Visa Team Visa Esports, Viola Visa, whatever you want to call them, anything but their actual org name. Hey Preds. So let's talk about that set first. Let's have a quick think about what that means for the 2 teams. I think it's really good for Splyce, and I don't think it's that bad for SSG, to be honest. I think it probably hurt them a bit to lose there. But at the same time, things are coming together a bit more. They still need to clean up late game objectives. But if they clean that up, then I think they'll be a force. They'll be a really good team. We'll see later on how Splyce get on against Visa. So it shows that they're no laughing matter, and I feel like SSG controlled the games up until late game. So again, it's just one facet that they need to sort out, and they'll be beating top teams. For me, I think that's fine. No big deal. I have a separate notes document for this set. That's how prepared I am for it, and it's definitely not going to matter. What did I do? For some reason, like I have my shitty LibreOffice text editor because I reinstalled Windows and no longer have Word. Could probably get a legal copy, but we don't break the law in this house. My shitty text editor does like black background. I use black background white text because it's less glaring on my eyes when I'm taking these notes at whatever time. But it like changes the text to black for some reason when I reload it. Maybe it's because I'm saving them as an RTF or something. Who knows? But anyway, let's talk about it. I've even got timings written down in this. You guys want to see? Look at this shit. Oh, you can't see. Look at this shit. Fucking 8:20 into the game. Raffer skips boots to get Thebes. Interesting. Splyce rotate Baskin over. Anyway, this is just notes. I just took notes. You're good. You're welcome. You're welcome, boys. Once a coach, always a coach. Oh, there it is. It's the. What is going on here? Scream, what are you doing? What are you up to? I fucking love it. I've been waiting for this all night. I accidentally opened it earlier. Like, what is going on in this image? I love it. Just fucking trying to eat Nika's nose. That's what's going on. So yeah. Drafts-wise, we can have a chat about it. Raffer really highly valued Kepri. I think he maybe got denied Kepri a lot by PK. Could be completely making that up. I need to finish the web app I'm half building, which will let me have actual good data on picks and bans in SPL. Just made that up? Okay, good. I'm glad I just made that up. Cool. Anyway, Raffer seemed to really... Yo, yeah, you picked Terra all 3 games. I forgot about that, yeah. And they played Fafnir. Did they play Fafnir all 3 games? They definitely played Fafnir with like Double Hunter. Is it because I didn't analyze that set? It might be because I didn't analyze that set because I was busy that week. Faf saw all 3 games. Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Dink on the Sol. And for some reason the casters were saying that he wasn't going to build Divine. Was that set? Oh, it's all fucking merging into one, man. It's all merging into one. Anyway, let's talk about this set. Scream's trying to eat Nika. I feel like that has intimidated him. I don't know why. This just really cracks me up. Anyway, Jingwei first pick, again, really highly valued by Funball. Also really highly valued on the other side by Cyclone. He's looked great on it. We saw him in that last clip there. Absolutely critting the fuck out of people. On the other side, Aurora going back to his Hercules, something he likes. Chernabog, I like to see. Interesting that that's getting picked again. I think his ult is interesting. This time, Splyce go for the Thor in the jungle, showing that they can flex that, I guess. We've not seen it flexed yet. It went to solo previously on a last pick, and it went to jungle on a last pick this time. But it's one of the couple times I've seen things work. Hey, Twitter guy says to Twitch. Yeah, I sure do. Hachiman first ban. That's interesting. Why was that? I don't know. I feel like Visa Esports picks and bans, maybe they overthought it a bit in terms of their picks. They did some weird stuff in picks and bans. You know what to ban second every time? Yeah. I mean, there was the time where you took like all of your bank time and then banned Daji, like top 2. It was super weird. After just beating Daji, I guess it's because of your mid-god pull, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the clips. I've only got 4 clips from this game for some reason. I'll make up for it later, maybe. This game was super chill. So, for me, the first 3 games of this, well, game 1 and 3 in particular, right, to me, felt like the Visa roster were kind of waiting their comp was kind of like late game, and they were just waiting on a mistake from the Splyce boys that didn't really come. They were waiting to be able to capitalize on a mistake. They were just farming as best they could, maybe falling a little bit behind, and it's 1k, 2k, 3k, 5k, and they've got a Gold Fury, 7k, and they've got Pyro, and then they've got FG, and the game just kind of ended. I think that happened in game 1 and 3, where not a lot really happened. You're waking up in 9 hours. At 8:30, I don't wake up at 8:30, I wake up earlier than that. I should probably fix my my configuration. Anyway, solo lane was pretty chill. Nice kill by Baskin and Scream. Don't even have to expend the Snake ult. Pick up the kill onto Nika, and that was really impactful because the Snake got fucking massive. Gold Fury. Look at the way Aurora plays this. By the way, this is something to note. Something that teams that will play against him in future, I think, will be noting. Aurora hits his frenzy before he blinks, so he frenzies the guys here on the Gold Fury, blinks past the Capri to zone out anyone who might have the ability to steal. Visa kinda half switch back, go on him, but they're not able to chase afterwards. The Yorm's the only other person in range, and he's got his ult, so he gets away. And they'll trade Aurora for Gold Fury any day of the week, I think, that stage in the game. And then they do FG. They just did it. Raffer was there. He was the only one who was there. That'll be kind of a pattern. And I think they win the fight pretty hard afterwards. They pick up the kill on Raffer. Maybe everybody else gets out. Now I've got one more clip. I don't know what's going on. Here's Basket. I think he does a little snipe. Maybe. Spit. Yeah, he spat on Dardes. Dardes died. Yeah, Dardes was out of position there, I think. If I remember correctly. That was, yeah, it was chill as fuck. We don't have many clips on that. So let's go to the Game 2 draft and see what changed up. No clips, unlucky, yeah. Not a lot going on. Game 2 draft, this time the Jingwei is taken off the table by the Visa boys. They don't want it to be first picked on the other side. They'd rather give up the Merlin, which I think is fine. The Yorm was banned out by Splyce themselves. They don't want to be giving that up. So on the last draft, what did they get? They got 2 good picks. They got Yorm Merlin on the bounce from Xing, which I'd say is a good trade for Splyce. And it certainly looked it in the game. And Splyce try and avoid that. They ban out one of the OPs in Yorm. This is kind of the way that we used to think about drafts when we were on Obey. There would be like, you know, X amount of OP gods that are worth first picking, second picking in basically every game. And for me, like in this set, the ones that are considered that are maybe Merlin, Xing, Yorm, Freya. So if you're on second pick side, you want 3 of those to be open, or you want 2 of those to be open. You definitely don't want 1 to be open, basically. I don't know, that's kind of a tangent. But anyway, Merlin is first picked. On the other side, they just go Athena Kronos, which I thought was cool. This is just Visa saying, fuck the meta, fuck what people think is really strong. We're going to pick Athena Kronos. Raffer, I think, is one of the best Athenas in the world still. You don't want Xing and Freya to be open, though? I think Splyce do. I think Splyce would take the Freya there and be happy with the trade if what I've seen from them previously. I think that Cyclone is just really good at the 2 top meta hunters at the moment. He's really good at Freya, he's really good at Xing, which is a really strong thing for Splyce, and I think he's happy to play the matchup in either direction, to be honest. I think he's super confident in it, which I think is... I keep saying I think. It's because I don't know anything. But yeah. I reckon see synonyms. I reckon that's why he's probably looking like maybe even the strongest hunter at the moment. So yeah, Merlin, Athena, Kronos on the other side. So we've got Athena, Neja. They've got a Chiron in this game. The Chiron I think was picked for the cleanse. It's like a solid pick into Daji because it can cleanse the chains. It's also quite a good pick into Athena. But I guess that's kind of irrelevant because they have the Athena themselves. And Vimana, last pick for Nika, was a cool pick. This Vimana is able to run down the Merlin really well, as we see later in the game. Like at the very last clip, I think we're going to see. I hope we have a clip of it anyway, of the Vimana running him down. Can I quickly appreciate? All right, I'm appreciating. What am I appreciating? Splyce always will ban AMC. Yeah, Dardes is a really good AMC, and teams don't want him to have it, which is cool. I think it's smart. How beautiful Funball's looking? Yeah. He is looking good. I could, you know what? His beard isn't quite as well trimmed as we've seen Zapman's be. And Rafa has some fucking kind of woodland critters living in his beard, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm surprised that he got through a fucking visa interview with that thing on his face, to be honest. I don't know how it happened. I feel like the American border security is getting lax nowadays. That thing is just, I don't know, it's terrifying to me. Right. Let's keep going. Let's go into the clips from game 2. We'll hopefully have some more clips this time. Baskin made an early rotation from solo. Baskin was really impactful in this set. So was Cyclone. I've said it earlier that Cyclone and Baskin were the top 2 players for me. Both again got the better of players who haven't really had anybody get the better of them yet in Nika and Funball. Nika and Funball for me have been like the 2 kind of rocks. He's done really well. They both, Baskin and Cyclone, have done really well to get the better of them in this game. So yeah, Baskin made an early rotation. So Cherry wants to sash this and he misses. He misses that a few times. The cleanse from Dardes came through slightly late, so they're able to get out. I think Baskin used beads there. That'll be important later on. But Funball, yeah, pops off on the Chronos, doing a lot of damage. I think he already has a double kill at this point. Taunt into the little time rift, picks up the kill. Gold Fury on the horizon now. They've got double hunters, but here we go. This is great from Baskin. I have 2 clips of this. We have a normal speed and a slow-mo. So this is great from Baskin, but this is also, why is there no map on the clips? Because they're like first person. I don't know. Some of the clips have map, but this one doesn't. This is great from Baskin. Terrible from Funball, Dardes, Nika, and Rafa, like, to let that happen. That's really bad comms. They're like, I'm going to taunt her. Oh, she has beads. Oh, she's stolen it. They should have reset gold and picked it back up once her 2 was finished. Like, it's just daft. We'll look at it in slow-mo now. Just, I don't know if Nika had his dash as well. Just, I don't know. Real rough. Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This was cool from Cherry. Gets the beads from Scream and then straight up in the air. Really nice ult from him. Scream getting absolutely chunked, by the way. And in comes Rafa with a good taunt. And the Chiron snipes come out. And then Visa kind of get their revenge on objectives. This time, Splyce. We've seen it a few times. They go all in. I don't know what this team name is saying. Still the only Fury is. But Funball definitely got that. Nice stuff by him. This fight, like, I don't know how this wasn't a way bigger win. That was jungle difference in a nutshell. Oh, the solo, the fight from Cherry. This is like the biggest Chronos stun. By the way, Funball 5-0-0 at this point. Fucking popping off on the Chronos. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. Holy fuck. They all group up to kill Cherry. So this looks like a bad play by Cherry. But them all grouping up to collapse on him actually works out. I don't know if that was what he intended or if it was a mistake by him, but it certainly works out for the Visa boys. They should get more off this. What do they get? They get Aegis on 2, I think beads on Ven as well, possibly. Yeah, it looks like it. Cyclone gets giddy-upped by Dardes, which I think kind of fucks up. Maybe he should have saved it a little bit longer. Because I feel like this fight definitely could have gone better for Visa. They definitely could have gotten more. Maybe if not every relic in the world was up. In comes Nika, he cleans up Cyclone, but I think that ended up just being a 1-for-1, if I remember correctly. That's a 1-for-1, which is could have been a lot better. Here's Scream. This was bad again from Visa around an objective. Bad giddy up by Dardes for me. I think his damage would have been better just fucking shooting Scream, trying to bring him down before he got up in the air. And you can't see right now, but Funball's really low. There it is. They do get the Primal Fury, whoever this is, get the Primal Fury. Funball uses his Aegis and his beads, I think, before dying, and then they have to use Dardes' ult to pick up the kill as well when Scream comes back down, but he does die. So it was a 1-for-1 NGF in favour of the Visa boys, but it should have been much better for them. You can shoot during the Chiron damage, yeah, but it also displaces the Daji, and while you're 180ing around after your giddy up, you can't auto attack. I know it gives more power, but I think he would have had higher DPS if he just stood there and hit him. Especially because the taunt was still going off, so like it was guaranteed autos. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was the best DPS he could have had. But displacing him away from the team as well meant that other people weren't able to do damage anymore. I think it was almost certainly bad. Anyway, Darda steals fire with his 2. Just one little auto, throws the 2 out, and just dashes away. That was pretty cool. Cool little FG steal. So this game 2 could have also gone the way of Splyce, but they lost an objective that they rivaled. This was Funball getting blown up, not able to get his ult or his Aegis off. They kind of rushed the Phoenix here on the side. I want to have a look at these comps quickly. Because there's a Merlin on the table, it's pretty hard to siege. And on the other side, well, they got Vimana. Chiron's not great at sieging for me. Kronos is good. And Neja, I don't know, can go either way. Yeah, I guess it was just they overcommitted on this. They forgot about the blink from Aurora maybe, which kind of closes the gap and lets them defend that left-hand Phoenix. They got kind of split between mid and Joe Phoenix there. So Visa tried to kind of abuse it. So Vimana walks in, get off fire and kill him. Dumps entire kit into fire. This was just Splyce got caught out on the left-hand side here. I think previously Scream went down. I'm not sure if anybody else died as well. I don't have a full clip of it, unfortunately. But the Visa boys are able to collapse on the left-hand side. They bring 3 or 4 people down and they end the game. So that was game 2. Game 2 went over to the Visa boys. The only game they pick up in this set. Spoilers. What's everybody looking at? What's going on in this picture? I feel like there's a lot of pictures that need explained. What was going on the left-hand side there? Was it Kabom walking out the room? Was everybody chatting to him? He was like, make sure and buy Frenzy! Or something. Everyone's looking at Baskin. Oh. Oh yeah, because it's the wrong side of the room, right? You'd be on the other side. Is that correct? Yeah, it is, right? That's the setup. If you were walking out, you'd be going past Cyclone. Yeah. Again, we got the Capri for Raffer. Humbats. The Cucullin here was cool. I liked to see it. I think the Cucullin from Nika was, again, I thought it was pretty good. I think it's a pick that we've not seen, really. And I enjoyed seeing it. Oh, maybe I'll have a look at my notes again. What's going on? What did we see about game 2? Holy shit, I took notes, dude. Huge amount of damage off in the first fight. Cool. Cucullin in this game. You also liked it. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess you do just kind of kill him. Which is nice. He did get a solo kill, though, onto Baskin, right? Which was neat. From behind, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Other things in this draft, again, the Kronos went over to Splyce. The Kronos that was picked by Funball in the last game and they were able to win. Fucking, also, Jingwei Freya, like, I hate it. I hate it. Let's just be frank about it. I think it's bad. I don't like Freya mid in general. Especially in the current meta. I think previously, Freya mid was maybe a bit better. When teams were being dumb and the starts were super rigid. And everybody was following the one meta. Nobody was adjusting to the way their comp was based. I much prefer the way people play now. I think it's just better. Teams are smarter. But I think Freya mid just sucks. I don't get it. I don't see what it really brings. For me, it's overthinking the draft. I think I wanted to talk about this. I think that's a problem this Visa Esports squad had in this set. I think they were overthinking the draft. This is the game where they took their full bank time to fucking second ban Daji as well. Which I guess is because, I don't know, maybe they were expecting to put Dardes on Poseidon or one of his other... It brings Cyclone not playing it. Yeah, I get that, but like, is that worth picking a useless god in mid? I don't think so. Cyclone played Kronos anyway and fucking killed everybody. I get that people don't want to give him Freya, but like if you're picking the Jingwei because you think it's a... If you're leaving both open because you think you can handle the matchup in the other direction, then I don't know. I don't know. I hate it. Doesn't Jing have a good matchup into Freya though? Would Cyclone have played it? I think Cyclone would have played it anyway, for me. But yes, Jing does have a good matchup because she can dash out the banish. That's why people claim that she has a good matchup, and I agree with it, but I think Cyclone, as I said earlier, Cyclone's so confident on both gods that he'll play the matchup either way. I valued Chronos more in this set than Jing. Yeah, so did I. That's what I thought was the adjustment, or should have been the adjustment, especially after the last game when Funball, you saw him 5-0-0. Jing has a survivable matchup, but in your opinion, doesn't scale better into the late game, is what I'm reading from the back of that, I guess, or it doesn't contribute as much later on. Or maybe does contribute as much and I'm just overthinking. I don't know. Yeah. Nuwa. Cool Nuwa pick. Nuwa damage is good. Nuwa with a diving Yorm, and even if Erlang and Herc are all diving, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, let's get into the clips for game 3. How many we got? We don't got that many. As we've seen in... Has this been every game so far? We've seen Baskin picking up Firstblood. Game 1 it was the Thor gank. Game 2 it was the ammo rotation. Game 3 it was this, a dive onto Nika on the tier 1 tower. Another Firstblood going over the way of the solo lane substitute. Farming really well. This is a counter gank from Scream. Nika again ends up in trouble. There was a Nuwa ult there just in case as well. So that kill was definitely getting secured. So a big lead in the solo lane. Splyce just pick up Gold Fury and do it. Again, just fuck it, dude. Just fucking do it. This is a really weird kind of reset that they somehow... It was strange, a strange one. But again, a good rotation out from solo by Baskin. Yeah. Cyclone gets a solo kill. Well, solo kill with kind of a fat Nuwa. That was a good Aegis by Funball, by the way. Could have easily... Cyclone could have easily kind of walked away there. It looked like Cyclone thought he had the kill in the bag and could kind of walk away. But it was a nice last auto, actually. Let's watch that back. The last auto was just a nice little flick to the side. Good stuff by Cyclone. Venenu, important K1, important team fight. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is, by the way. This is super weird. Dart has beads to look for damage on Ven. Gets basically nothing. Aurora and Screamer just around the corner. As far as I'm aware, there's no follow-up coming from the Visa squad as well. It's just a really weird play. I don't know if that's a tilt play or what, but strange. Maybe no vision on the right-hand side. Maybe they thought something else was going on. Aurora gets a great pull. Raffer gets a great counter pull to prevent the push, but then he ends up in trouble, and Darda's ended up going down anyway in that fight. So yeah. Oh, just all in it, boys. Just commit. This was so close to being stolen by Nika. I included 2 POVs here. So Nika was so close to getting this with his barbed spear, I think it's called, as one. I think it was secured by Cyclone with his time rift here. So he's got the frenzy on him and he's in... Oh no, it's just an auto. So yeah, again, rolling the dice a little bit, but it's when you're rolling fucking 20s, is that what D&D people say? He gets it. It was fine and not close. Beads up. Ven. I love it. Well, at least you were out of the range of the knock-up Cyclone. That was the good stuff. So yeah, that's apparently the last clip. So that FG was obviously very impactful. Game 4 draft. This was a better draft for me from Visa, by the way. This was better. I feel like, again, I said earlier, I feel like they were just kind of... They drafted too late game, and they were doing things like Raffer was building Thebes before Boots, and they were just really static on the map because of that, number one. And they also, like, they clearly didn't want to force anything. They wanted to be the reactive team. They didn't want to make anything happen. I feel like they expected Splyce to play a lot less clean than they did, but Splyce played really clean. And so there were no mistakes for them to kind of, you know, make reactive plays off of it and get a snowball going of their own and control the game from there. So I think in this game 4, they made a good draft adjustment. Hang on, let me have a little sip of wine here. This game was such a stomp? No, it wasn't. Visa were in the lead for the early mid. If what I remember is correct. Maybe I'm wrong. I remember the game turning on Cherry going way too deep on the enemy speed buff. But we'll go into it. We would have preferred Chrono's first pick. I would have preferred like picking neither first pick, I guess. But I guess there's nothing else they want. Jing is like the safest first pick, I suppose. You're never gonna really worry about having him in a matchup. For example, we saw earlier on how Arkle kind of bullied Zap in the Anher Chronos matchup. I don't know if the same thing would happen, but you got to consider stuff like that, like whether a god's first pickable. And as far as I'm aware, nobody really considers Chronos first pickable. Maybe that'll change. Maybe he is safe enough to be top picked. But maybe that's not something the Visa think. Yeah, I like this draft a lot better. The other thing that I felt like this draft was built to do was kill Aurora on the Hercules. Aurora plays really aggro on the Herc, and he goes the Blink first relic, and he builds these health items. He's not that tanky in the early game until his 3's kind of getting online. Picking the Pulse with the MS to avoid stuff, the Neja for setup, the Fafnir can hammer into Kraken and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely like this comp a lot better for actually making plays from the Splyce boys, and the Splyce boys, the Visa boys, and it does work out, I think. Let's go into the clips. So here we go. They actually nearly don't get this kill, so maybe it's less good at blowing them up than I thought. But Aurora, the crit came through there from Cherry, passive crit, lol. Speaking of the patch today, new mage with passive crit. Dardes uses 2, avoids that, and then turn around again onto Aurora. Massive boulder, double taps, as all Aurora's boulders do. Every single one of them. Cyclone this is where Cherry isolated himself. I think just before this fight they got I wish I could see the full clip. I think Visa got a pick just before this fight on somebody. Yeah, Aurora went down. That's what happened. But Cherry goes in as Raffer like jumps out. So Raff then walked back in, tried to help out, got the beads out of Cyclone at least, but Cherry was pretty much dead. His sash was good. Yeah. Look at Aurora's. This is when Nika nearly got out. Like, he's really close, but nice stuff by Aurora. He's super DR'd, so the stun barely stunned. Gold Fury here, good call to just do it. Oh no, yeah, this was the horrible one. What was that? What was this reset? It was so weird. I hate it. I think Scream took aggro with a monkey bounce. Check notes. I can check the notes. What game are we in? Game 4. Oh, that was the clip we saw. Oh, so yeah, it was just after that clip we saw where they blew up Aurora. That was the one. Cherry goes in and gets an ult onto Cyclone while everybody else from Visa is running out. I even call him Visa in my notes. Cherry gets stuck in, and Baskin has again made a superb rotation ahead of Nika. They get the kill onto Cherry. Not the best trade. How's that? Nika playing really aggro in solo. Is that what we're going to see next? Oh yeah, this was that clip that we just saw, right? Right on the tower edge, not really getting anything out of it. Screaming Aurora, rotate over. Kind of fucking up on the Batsalt. Apparently you guys kind of fucked up on the Batsalt, by the way, Splyce. So yeah. Anyway. No, not me. The rivaling of objectives needs to stop. Did I say that? Did I say that? Or is that you saying? That term needs a new name? Nah, it's rivaling forevermore. You're immortalized. Again. Oh, this was good beads by Dardes. Like, just making sure that he's there to follow up on Ven. The timing on that Kraken was perfect. It's splicing now? Nah, still rivaling. One of my notes says it. I was looking for it. Oh, this is a weird angle, but look at this fucking... Fuck you, Aurora. Fuck you, Aurora. I hate that. That hurts my soul. So many of Aurora's boulders just fucking bounced. They had fucking auto lock on. Every one of them double tap to carry, I feel like. Every single one. Aurora has been doing his fucking geometry homework and hits a double bounce with every one. It's skill, yeah. What's happening here? This is a clean Gold Fury, I think. Yeah, totally clean. Don't even have to Kraken. Water Slug. What's Aurora about to do? Oh, this was after. Oh, yes. So I have the clip before. Big one. So this is like, look at how well Cherry plays this, by the way. And again, another like crazy RNG bounce from the fucking Splyce boys. There are a few of these, but this time it's not a boulder. It's an apple. He sashes it to immune it. He sashed it to immune it, right? And it bounces off of 2 walls and hits him after he gets his ult beanced. And then he tries to run out. Unfortunate from Cherry, but it wasn't over forced play. Ven played it really well. Oh, what the fuck? I've opened my Discord. Ven played it really well. And then Aurora comes in from the side. So I think no vision here from what I can see, right? There's no vision here, even though they just dived all the way down here. Cherry's on low HP. If Dardes drops a pool here or is able to put Aurora in combat, then I think Cherry gets out and this isn't such a disaster for them. This is kind of when the game turns. Up to this point, I would say that the Visa boys were controlling it. But then in goes Aurora, gets the beads, gets the kill with the bounce. Almost kind of missed that, but the bounce always connects with Aurora. You gotta know that at this point. And then I think Splyce just do FG. It's a classic. 6-3 in their favor. They just do FG. Everybody's there. Nobody from the Visa boys is hitting it for some reason. Nice autos by Cyclone, absolutely chunking through Raffer, and he gets another kill. And then let's look at the last clip. The last clip of the day is... Oh my god, that was a fat 2, Scream. What were you building? That was a fat 2, right? Let me look at this again. Oof! It was a fat 2. Well, I'll talk about... I guess I could talk about that in a bit. Does the monkey bounce get the kill? No, Cherio gets the kill and Scream. And he got an ult. What the fuck? Where's Baskin going, dog? He's zoning. He's like, I'm zoning. Baskin Void Shield? Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Cool. And it finishes 3-1 in the favor of Splyce. Neat stuff for them. Yeah. Aurora gets a massive boulder on the backline, which stops the Visa boys chasing, apparently, in that FG fight as well. Which is cool. So a lot of big boulders there. Splyce look really good for me. They look confident in their play as a unit already. They look like they kind of trust each other, which is cool. I think Baskin has slotted into the... So... This is a bit more of an abstract thing, but the roles that Baskin was playing in solo in the SML and the role that he's playing in solo in this team, for me, are quite starkly different. I think it's really impressive that he's managed to slot in. And I think it's kind of a nature of the way that Splyce have played for a while, having Divios on the roster. Divios classically played quite supportive characters, mostly Guardians in solo, and he also picked up the Hades, I guess. But I think that kind of molded the way that the Splyce team played a bit, or whether the Splyce team played a certain way and that molded Divios' God pull. I'm inclined to think the former rather than the latter. I think Baskin's done really well to come in and kind of fill the same role that Divios was trying to fill for this team, because Aurora's God pull and Aurora's picks that he favors at the moment, I think, kind of means that you need someone, and you can't have... I don't really think you can have, for example, an Osiris coming out of the solo lane and a Herc as your support character as well. That could even be something that they've done. But for me, that's... what happened to Divios? He's not on the roster anymore. Have we got has there been an official statement about why he's not on the roster anymore? I'm not sure. But the Splyce, who would have thought that we'd still have only two, well, 3 members if you include the coach, which you should, 3 members of the World Championship winning roster. I think it's because he was AIDS in scrims. I don't know though. I mean, I've heard rumors about things which I wouldn't like to speculate on. I heard. I'm not gonna get into it. I don't think it's worth talking about rumors. I don't really like it. Vote can talk about his experience though, which is interesting to hear. So maybe that is the reason. Maybe it was because Divios was maybe Divios was the reason that people were saying that the environment was toxic. They lost both Sino and Moswell because of something in their environment. Whether those two were a part of it as well, who knows? But yeah, where was I? I was talking about Aurora's God Pool and the way Baskin had fit, and I think that's been really impressive. I think Cyclone has looked really fucking sick recently. I think Ven's slotting into the roster quite well. He's playing quite a supportive role for me. I don't think he's been... We saw him on SSG picking gods like Zeus and stuff like that. I don't think he's played many of those aggro picks. He plays the Merlin well. But generally, he's looking to be a little bit more chilled out, which I'm enjoying seeing. Scream slotted back into the SPL like he's not really been away. Yeah, it's cool. What are your thoughts on Baskin? How will it affect Splyce when Baskin won't be able to play? It depends who the replacement is. So it sucks for Splyce that Baskin still has school, and I think he will be going back to... I don't know if it's 100% confirmed. But yeah, I think Baskin pretty much is going to go back to college, university, school, whatever you want to call it. He's finished his semester. He's only playing 5 games. There you go. Yeah, I think Kabam was maybe talking about how he was going to try and convince him. But you never know. You never know. It's my Emily, I think, said he would. There was no chance he was competing again. But like a few months into the year, he was like, "Fuck it, dude. I'm competing." A 5-game contract. He's not playing the PK set. Yeah, there's one set he's missing because he's got something on. I guess maybe he's got a vacation booked. Or see me using Americanisms for you guys. Yeah, I think it sucks for Splyce that they're looking so good with their current team. And they're undoubtedly not going to be able to keep it around. But it's something for them to build on. They'll be able to get to a LAN. They'll be able to figure out how they want to play. And hopefully be able to pick up a good replacement. He'll play MSI? That's good. That's really good. I'm glad to hear that. And I really want to go to a LAN now. Maybe I should just go to Worlds. Maybe I'll go to Worlds. I wanna see everybody and enjoy watching some live Smite without the pressure as well. It's so chill watching Smite without the pressure of it like mattering to me. Like nowadays, I enjoy watching Smite so much more than I used to. Who do you think the best replacement for Baskin if it doesn't stay? I would say they get one of the SPL solo laners who's performing well. Someone like maybe a Ducky could be an option. Ducky's one they could look at. Belair, I don't know if they'd get. Solo or Troll from the SML would be okay. I don't know if he has the comp experience or he's able to move. I'm not really sure. You're not giving up Ducky. That contract's fucking rock solid. Okay. Yeah. Don't know. Zale hasn't played particularly well. He's looked a little bit better lately, but he hasn't looked like a top tier solo laner. I love Zale. Zale's one of my friends. And I have a lot of respect for him, and I think he's a really good player. But I think he has I think maybe sometimes he doesn't if he's not interested enough in the game, he doesn't work hard enough. Hazer has a top 10 Sobek solo world. I did solo Deathwalker with Sobek solo. Incredible. Right. Shall we go into predictions for next week? Is that the next play? Is that where we're at? We happy? Anybody got any questions on last week's games before we finish up and move on to the predictions for the games coming up? Do we have to do the... What do I think of Snoopy's performance so far? I think it's been good. I think... I hate to say it, but I don't enjoy watching the NASML. I think it's just not as good as the EUSML to watch. I think the teams aren't as good. I think we'll see at the MSI. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's just contrasting styles. I do watch the NASML still. Not rigorously. I basically skip every SSG gold set. Sorry, but I do. How do you get your boulders like Aurora's? Don't ask me, dude. Don't ask me. He looked like he was closing. Maybe it's like Hou Yi, where you just close your eyes and hope. Yeah, that might be it. You think the gap is way bigger in NA? Well, the thing is, from what I understand, Armada don't scrim. The middle two teams in the pack scrim. Cryptic and Sanguine both scrim, and the top team and the bottom team don't scrim. That's what I understood the case to be before. And if that top team is winning so convincingly without scrimming, and you look at how much trouble, for example, Outcold with Prime, Frosty, Spud, Dimmy, and whoever the fuck their fifth happens to be on any given week, Breeze nowadays. And you look at how much that team's struggling in EU with scrimming and working hard and all that shit. Like, I don't know. I'm reticent to say it until we see some evidence, but I think the USML is just better. Mostly because I've played in it. That's the only reason. But yeah, I'm looking forward to MSI to see how those teams stack up. Console teams as well. I think console teams are going to get dicked. Sorry, console teams, console players. It is, yeah. Who plays Verizio and Baskin? What? Oh, Mask and Solo Troll, wasn't it? I'm making that up. Did I make that up? Is it SOT? Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you're subbing in for a console team, right, Fisher? What the fuck? Where would I place Simplicity compared to SPL teams? Somewhere around Trifecta LG level. Not above any of the other teams for me. Probably above Trifecta and LG, but not above anybody else. Sorry. Sorry, Shook. Right, let's get on to picks for next week. Let's have a look at the games we got coming up. Oh shit! Let me just quickly deal with something. Which one do we use? Let's use this one. Quick! Before anyone sees. Alright, everyone shut up. You saw nothing. We're back. Unbelievable hacking. Why is the official site wrong? I've corrected it. Don't worry. We've dealt with it. And we've sorted it out. Yeah. I'm a crazy hacker, by the way, guys. It's incredibly difficult to do. Let's have a look at the sets. I think Thursdays, we'll see. Maybe we get to finally find out the roster change for the Trifecta squad. That's cool. Rival versus them. I think Rival's a really tough team to play against. I think Rival are a top team right now. As I've said, top 2 for me. Splyce versus LG. Splyce a chance to grow more confidence. This is a really good week for Splyce to have, but also a dangerous week. You heard rumors there's something going on with LG too. So did I, and I think the rumors are confirmed. So we'll find out, I guess, tomorrow whether both teams have made roster changes. But I guess I basically said it now. I think that there might be 2 roster changes next week. So we'll see. Let's talk about Thursday. For me, it's Rival 3-0. And it's Splyce 3-0. I just, until I see something from, I think Trifecta and LG have both regressed, or the gap has gotten bigger since the start of the split for me. So until I see something to change my mind, which I haven't seen yet, I just gotta say 3-0. I could see them taking a game. I probably can't see either of them taking 2 personally. So there you go. Let's talk about Friday. And I think we need to do next week as well, because there's Monday and Tuesday, right? And I doubt I'll have time to get a recap stream in between. Splyce versus Trifecta. For me, again, Splyce. I'm tempted to go 3-1 on this one, though. I don't know why. I want to say 3-1, so I will. 3-1. So 3-0, 3-0, 3-1. Visa versus United. I think Visa come back strong in this set. I think they sort out their problems. I think United haven't shown me much in the recent weeks. Since they picked up Emil, I haven't seen much to impress me from United. Just basically since they've started playing the more difficult teams, they've really struggled. So I think this is a pivotal set for both teams, in my opinion. A win on either side is really big. I think United have, in fact, already qualified for the MSI, though, so not so big for them, apparently. But either way, big set, and I think it goes Visa's way 3-1 for me. Sure, I can do that. But first of all, I hate this fucking site, dude. Like, why is this a fucking arrow? This piece of garbage. Sorry. And this is the week we're already on, so let's try and, I clicked the arrow, I did it without clicking on a different week. That's good. Yeah, I fucking hate this shitty website. Sorry, people who are involved in this my website, but it sucks dick. I hate it. It shouldn't be a spa. Like, it being a spa makes no sense because you can't link to any actual page. It's like, this page has useful information on it. If only we could link to it. Anyway. Oh, shit. Fuck. Right. Can I? Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone wrong, guys. I was thinking about writing a browser extension to do this for me, but that's way too much work. There you go. There's no more, right? Oh, we won't talk about. Oh, for fuck. Alright, you see the things I do for you guys, by the way. See the things I do for you guys. Well, oh, fuck, we're not looking at Thursday. Just pretend Thursday doesn't exist. Alright? We're not looking further than Tuesday. You can open your eyes now. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. We're back. Right, LG versus Visa. Again, fucking 3-1 to Visa. They could troll and throw a game. They could even troll and throw 2 games, but I'm going to go 3-1. Splyce versus United. 3 to Splyce. A Splyce victory. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. Fuck it, dude. Trifecta versus LG. The battle for nothing commences. Although both still do have worlds contention, so it's absolutely not a battle for nothing. That was me being very tongue-in-cheek. I'm going to go... So this is going to totally depend on roster changes and how it ends up stacking up. I'm going to go 3-2 in favor of Trifecta because Shook's in chat. But if Shook wasn't in chat, it would be 3-2 to Luminosity. But because he's a real Oregoner and likes the game so much, I'm rooting for Trifecta. That's what I'll say. I'm rooting for them. Even though I got my boy, Zalia, over there. Yeah, I did, Wilta. That was me. And Rival versus Visa, 3... This is a stumbling block. But I think Rival definitely win. Put Oceans back mid and Josh ADC. It doesn't matter. Honestly, like, Joshy's popping off. No one else is. Zalia's been a bit better, but the roster swap didn't make a difference. I don't know. Who cares? This is a stumbling block for Rival, but I think they come through it. I think they come through it 3-2. Hey, Rubber Ducky. Welcome to the stream, man. Made it right for the end. Yeah, I think Rival come through this and went 3-2. Oh god, hang on. Can I? Whatever, dog. Who cares? Just pretend you don't see it. Hide it. Hide it. What can I? Nah, I can't. This isn't gonna work. Whatever, dog. Let's. Perfect. What is wrong with me, dude? Yeah, so we had 3-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-0. No. I can't remember what I put here. 3-2 or something? 3-0. Did I say 3-1? I definitely said something. Honestly, I've lost my mind. What are your thoughts on Horizon Org taking 1 and down from EU Combine? Did they do that? I didn't know that. 3-1 Visa? Yeah, that makes sense. 3-1. 3-0. Splyce. 3-2 to Trifecta. And a 3-2 to Rival. Fuck, don't look at that. Oh, that's going to be a good set, though. I'm excited for that. Visa versus SSG on Thursday? A week tomorrow. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah. That's this week. Sorry, I feel like the stream is super disjointed and weird, and there was no real flow to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. I enjoyed doing it. I always do. Back from the Isle of Skye. Any other places I can recommend? In Scotland? Anywhere, dude. Team Visa appreciates my hard work. Thank you. It was very good. Thanks. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. YouTube viewers, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Despite not being able to see the chat and stuff like that. I'm sorry. Maybe like leave some suggestions if you want me to fix things. I've had one very large glass of red wine tonight. That's it. Standings at the end of phase 1. We could quickly do that. So who did Dignitas have left to play? That's the issue. I don't know what the fucking who teams have left to play. I want to go 1. You did improve, vote. You have stepped it up. Although you were only like 4th, right? Were you 4th or 5th? Something like that. You were the highest on your team, I think. But yeah, your whole team has stepped it up massively since you guys kind of got your mojo back. I've been proud of you. Big plays one of the lower ranked teams. They lost to Renegades. They beat Rival. They beat PK. They played EU? No. Yeah, United. Yeah, I think Dig finished first. Dig first. Oh, who's better win-loss, Rival or PK? Probably PK. PK 3-0'd all the sets they won, right? I'm going to go PK 2nd, Rival 3rd. 4th. Splyce 4th? Does that make sense mathematically? Probably. I don't fucking know, dude. I can't do this with this fucking... I don't know what's happening in the future. The teams that make it to MSI, I'll do that. So that's top 6, right? 6. This is 6 in sign language, by the way. Hell yeah. Teams that make it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All locked in. And then the other 2 that make it are this team, otherwise known as Team Visa and Splyce. I think those are the 6 teams that make it to LAN. That sound realistic? That's what I'm going with. But are going to get like 3 wins in a row this week? Yeah, pretty much guaranteed 3 wins, right? So then they'll be at 5 and 3. And they have. So, yeah, actually, they could finish above United then. Yeah, it's a fairly big chance that Splyce finish above United. Fairly big. Cool. I'm going to see if there's someone online to host. Also, I'll stop my recording. Say bye to YouTube, chat. Bye, YouTube. Hit the bell. And that. If you enjoyed the... Give it a... if you liked it, remember to leave a... yeah.